All right, Junior, John, Mark, and Joel, we're going to finish off a little practice from the last lesson with even and odd numbers using an addition equation to model them. And remember, as you do these, you want to be, let's take a look here at number 2. When you're writing your addition equation for number 2, you're not going to be writing, 16 plus 1. You want to get as close to a double as you can. Some of them, like 8, you can get to a double on 8, right? 4 plus 4 is 8. But if you can't get to a double, you want to be as close as possible with your addition equation. And of course, the model that you color will help you see what the closest thing would be to the addition equation that you could write. So this is a review of yesterday. Go ahead and finish this. When you're done and ready to go to the next page, start the video again. All right, the sum of two even numbers is, take a look, this says fill in the blanks using even or odd. So if you're not sure if the sum of two even numbers is even or odd, choose two even numbers. 2 is an even number. 4 is an even number. 10 is an even number. Choose two even numbers, add them together. Use your linking cubes if you need to. See, is that even or odd? The sum of two odd numbers. Choose two numbers that you know are odd numbers. Add them together. Use linking cubes if you need to. Write down, is that even or odd? And then the sum of an even number and an odd number. Now, if you need help of thinking of some numbers you could add together, you can come back a page here to see what you did on the previous page. See if you have some where you've got even and odd, or odd and odd, or even, and see, are those sums even or odd? All right, you do 10 jumping jacks on Saturday and 10 on Sunday. Do you do an even or odd number of jumping jacks in all? So go ahead, you know from your doubles. 10 jumping jacks plus 10 jumping jacks. How many is that? And is that even or odd? Circle even or odd. You don't need to tell me how many it is. You just need to say whether it's even or odd. You and your friend have an even number of googly eyes. You see the little black and white eyes that you can glue onto things, right? Do you and your friend have an even... Oh, wait, I misread that. You and your friend each have an even number of googly eyes. So you have an even number and your friend has an even number. Do you and your friend have an even or an odd number of googly eyes in all? Well, if you have even and your friend has even, you can come back up here. The sum of two even numbers. That would be what that is. But we still need to figure out which equation could match the story. 3 plus 6, is that even plus even? 4 plus 6, is that even plus even? 5 plus 7, is that even plus even? Circle the one that's even plus even. And then here, you're not going to put the sum. You don't write 9. You don't write 10. You don't write 12. Let's come back to the question. Do you and your friend have an even or an odd number of googly eyes in all? See, here's our question mark. That clues us in. This is our question. So we're not answering with a number. This says you have an blank. So you're going to put an even or an odd number of googly eyes in all. All right, last page of our review, and then we're going to jump into our new lesson. You hop an even number of times. You and your friend hop an odd number of times in all. So your hops and your friend's hops are odd. We don't know how many your friend hopped, right, though? Does your friend hop an even or an odd number of times? You're even, your sum is odd. So you can come back up here again to the top of the page. You're even, so it's going to be either this one, two even numbers, or an even number and an odd number. Your sum is odd, so check and see, was the top one odd? Or was this one odd? Whichever one is odd, if it was this one, your friend must have jumped an even number of times. If it's this one, your friend must have jumped an odd number of times. Or you can try it out and use some linking cubes to figure it out. Circle the shape that shows equal shares. We worked on this sum last year. Look at these two. If you stacked the two parts, this part and this part, on top of each other, or this part and this part on top of each other, which one would match? Would these two match if you stacked them, or would these two match? Same thing over here with number 10. Which ones match if you stack them? Which ones don't match if you stack them? All right, new lesson. Very exciting. Equal groups. Determine the total number of objects in equal groups. So determine means figure out the total number of objects in equal groups. So here, this says circle groups of 2 oranges, and then complete the sentence at the bottom of the page. So see here, we've got 2 oranges. Circle 2 oranges. Here are 2 more oranges. Circle 2 oranges. Here are 2 more oranges. Circle 2 oranges. And here are 2 more. Circle 2 more. Now, come down to the bottom. How many groups of 2 did you circle? Write down how many groups of 2, and then how many oranges did that turn out to be? Count up all the oranges together and say how many groups of 2 and how many does that make? You should have circled 4 groups of 2 oranges, and altogether there are 8 oranges. Let's go ahead and look at the next page. Here, Descartes the cat says, each group has the same number of counters, so they are equal groups. Do you see 1, 2, 3, 4 in this group, 1, 2, 3, 4 in this group, 1, 2, 3, 4 in this group, and it says 3 groups of 4. Now let's look at what Newton the dog says. You can use repeated addition. Do you see the yellow words there? Repeated addition to find the total number of objects in equal groups. So do you see 3 groups of 4? So they put 4 for one circle, plus 4 for the other circle, plus 4 for the last circle. How much is that? It's 12, right? 4 and 4 you know is 8. And then if you count up 4 more, that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. So same thing. Here, how many groups, first of all? We have 2 groups. 2 groups of how many are in each group? Count that up, put it here. And then we're going to put how many in one group plus how many in the other group makes how many altogether. Here, how many groups do you have? 1, 2, 3. 3 groups. How many are in each of these groups? Write that here. And then here we're going to write how many in this first group plus how many in the next group plus how many in the next group makes how many all together. Now in the next one they didn't circle for you, did they? You circle groups of 3 and write a repeated addition equation. So here you've got 3 goldfish. Here you've got 3 goldfish. Circle the goldfish and then look at how many circles you made. How many groups was that? Groups of 3, and then go ahead and write 3 in the first group, plus 3 in the next group, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. How much is it all together? Here, circle groups of 5. Write a repeated addition equation. Circle groups of 4. Write a repeated addition equation. Now, this says, you be the teacher. Newton says he can circle 5 equal groups. Is he correct? So try. See, can you get 5 equal groups? Maybe start out with circling groups of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't do it, does it? So go ahead and erase it. Boys and girls, this type is one where you expect to get things wrong. They're planning for you to guess and to have to take a few guesses like a scientist would do to figure it out. You know, they don't get things right away. So groups of 2 doesn't work. Try groups of 3 or groups of 4. See if Newton can make 5 equal groups. And then down here, you're going to say, is he correct? Yes or no. But then, of course, remember yesterday? Explain. That's the most important part. How do you know he's correct? Or how do you know he's wrong? Do your best to write that here. If you don't know how to spell all the words, that's okay. If your reason is wrong, that's okay. But you need to take your best guess at explaining how you know he's right or wrong. All right, last page. You have 3 boxes. Draw them. We need to make models for this kind of thing. Draw 3 boxes. There are 5 pencils in each box. So there are not 5 pencils in all. Each box has 5 pencils. So first box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. repeated addition equation. Right down here, make the repeated addition equation. If you can't remember what that is, flip to the previous page. Go back a page and see what you were doing on the last page. And then here, our question is, how many pencils are there in all? All right. You have 5 bags. There are 4 notebooks in each bag. You must make pictures. Do you know what you're going to do if you don't make a picture? You're going to add 5 and 4, and you're going to tell me there are 9. And that's wrong. You got to do 1 bag, 2 bags, 3 bags, 4 bags. Maybe put another bag over here. 5 bags, wherever you're going to get 5 bags. Now for notebooks, I'm not going to try to put a little box like for a notebook because I think that'll get too confusing. But in each bag, I'm just going to put 4 little circles because each bag, there are 4 notebooks in each bag. Then, how many notebooks are there in all? Do you notice what's not here? It does not say to write a repeated addition equation. You may if you want to, but you don't have to. Number 8, last. 8 and 9, 2 more. There are 4 boxes. Draw the pictures. Don't try to get away without doing it. 4 boxes. Each box has the same number of glue sticks, right? So we've got equal groups here. There are 16 in all. So this is not too hard to figure out. I can't even let it try to make boxes, but draw 4 boxes. And then here's what I would recommend. You've got 16 glue sticks, not 16 in each box, 16 in all 4 boxes. They're spread out through all the boxes, but each box has the same number. So here's my recommendation, is put 1 glue stick per box at a time. So do 1 glue stick in the first box, 1 glue stick in the second box, 1 glue stick in the third box, 1 glue stick in the fourth box. How many glue sticks is that now? 4, right? So then come back to the beginning. Put a second glue stick in the first box. Put a second glue stick in the second box. Put a second glue stick, right? You can just be drawing little circles or something. In the third box, put a 4th glue stick in the 4th box. So now you did 4, 1 in each box. And then you went back and you put a second set of 4. So 4 and 4, that's 8, right? Keep going. Add 1 at a time. That would be 9, 10, 11, 12 glue sticks. Keep going. And then the question's not how many glue sticks altogether, right? Because it tells us that it's 16. How many glue sticks are in each box? Put that here. Now, number 9 says, explain how you solved exercises 7 and 8. What did you do differently? You can try to answer that right now if you want to. We're actually going to talk about that question when you come back to school. So if you want to, you can skip that one and we'll do that one together in school when we're back face to face. All right, boys, make sure you spend some time on Kids A to Z today, and I'll see you tomorrow.